Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Divine Mother Goddess Yamaya. I have a bit of sweat on my shirt because my daughter fell asleep on me. She's really a mama's baby, and so I have that slab on my shirt, my dress, but no worries of paying attention to that. If you feel like you need to use that, some of this important time to pay attention to that, that's on you. That's fine with me. I'm okay with it, but make sure you opening your ears though to this message. I know that many of you ponder on a lot of the things that I say, and some of the things, if you follow me on Facebook or you follow me on my Instagram and pay attention to my tarot cards. Well, I only posted one so far. Excuse me, my nose is itching. But I've only posted one so far, but of the tarot readings that I've done. But as far as my Facebook post, there's a lot of things that I share on there. So if you aren't a friend of mine on there, my Facebook name is Kenda Grandma, and I share a lot of insight. I get a lot of downloads, and when they come to me, they come pretty quick, so I just feel like I need to get them out, and I don't want to hold them on versus making a vlog. Sometimes it takes a bit for me to start a vlog and get my kids all situated where they're cooperating with my request of keeping it down, because I know with it being 5 of them, they like to get a little bit riled up, and they always playing with each other and making jokes and stuff like that, or play fighting or whatever you have it, being that they're siblings. But it take a little bit of time for me to get them calm and just relaxing and in the state of just sitting down without being like, mama, 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 this, and that. So right now I got my kids to settle down. So this message I wanted to share it on my Facebook post today, but Facebook, they've been limiting how much I can share and post. So with that being the case, I'm coming as a vlog to you guys to share this message. I hope that this message can be shared throughout the universe, across the globe, because the message that I have is beginning right now in the Americas and North America, here where I am in the United States. But there's going to be many more things, great things that are going to be coming to pass that'll be happening in different parts of the world. And as I get the downloads, I'll be sure to make sure to let you guys know and keep you up to date on what the divine and the ancestors, as well as what Ra and Goddess Yamaya and Goddess Oya or Shan all have planned along with Metatron and Shango. So with that being said, oh, let me not forget Azrael, which is the angel of death. He comes to rebirth people as well as to collect souls when they're getting ready to transition and go to the spiritual realm. And with it being so many things going on in the world and so many people starting to lose their life, he's been more proactive with being here with his spirit on earth, because so many people are transitioning where he's really busy. So with that being said, so now that you know who's all basically connected to me and who's always surrounding me to let me know what's going on, I'll share with you guys this really important message. Previously, when I first started my channel, I was sharing with you guys a message that I got that came from my higher self, which was me basically saying that I needed to have all of the artifacts from the Egyptians to be returned to their rightful owners and rightful places of where they got them from, or basically to be given back to the people who they belong to. But those requests weren't answered. No one took heed of them. And so because of that, there's been many great things that's been happening throughout the United States, because the United States has been one of the main places who's been creating all of this chaos and who's been stealing all of the things that belong to my people and my children. And when I say my children, I'm speaking from my higher self, Goddess Yamaya. And so what I'm saying right now is a really serious message, because my request was not answered. And as I mentioned on one of my Facebook posts, there's a lot of great floods that are coming, as well as a really huge earthquake that are going to be touching different parts of the United States. And I stated those states on my page. So hopefully you guys can check out that post if you want to know if you're living in one of the states or cities where these great events and supernatural events are going to be taking place. These supernatural events are taking places in these specific regions because, or regions, not regions, I'm sorry, regions, because the regions of who they came from have not been given back to them. A lot of you guys who are a part of what's going on, you call yourself anthropologists and things like that, or scientists, or Egyptologists and shit like that. Excuse my language, I didn't want to cuss, but I guess that's what the ancestors want me to say. So you guys took a lot of shit and you guys have taken it into your houses and your households, and you've discarded of things that you felt like was not of value, and the things you felt like were of value, you guys have placed them in different places throughout your house, in the front of your houses and things like that. And because of that, a wage of war has been placed upon you guys, placed upon cities and states that you live in regards to a lot of these people who have not listened, and they continue to consecrate, they continue to defecate on the name of my people. A lot of the things you've done, especially to King Tut, not to mention Queen Sheba. You guys have taken Manamusa, Haile Selassie. You guys have taken things and you have not, and you disrespected them, and you have not paid homage to them. It's not rightfully yours, and because of that, you're gonna cause many great things to happen in this world that could have been prevented had you had some respect. But because of your lack of respect, many people are going to lose their lives because of it. And this is not something that I'm threatening. This is something that is taking place from the ancestors. This is something that is taking place from our people who was in the spiritual realm. And because you guys did not listen, they're back here on earth. They are reincarnated, and they came back at a really quicker pace than I know a lot of you wish they were to do. I know a lot of you guys were afraid that this would happen, or you did not believe that God was real. You got so caught up with the trickster spirit of Eshu and of Lucifer, to the point in the Jezebel spirit, as well as Lilith, where you didn't take heed of what you were doing to yourself. And because of this, and as well as, let me not forget, the tribe of Esau. And because of this, now you all are paying for this, and it comes at a great price. You should know that all things that come at a price are not good things. A lot of things that your money paid for does not mean that they're rightfully yours. Just because you paid for them does not make it right for you to have them. You are not of the tribe of Judah. You are not of the tribe of the chosen of Abraham. You do not come from sowed seed of abundance, of righteousness that is forthwith with the children and the ancestors of the names that I aforementioned. And because of this, now your children have to pay. Now you all have to pay. And at a price that I know a lot of you don't want to pay. There's no more talking. There's nothing more to say. There's nothing more that you can do. You had the chance to reparate your wrongs. You have not reparated the people that you have defamed. You have not reparated the people that you've cut off from their nations and tricked them into believing that your teachings and the things that you taught them and tried to make them to believe was right is not right. You tricked them into things that you should not have done. You've broken many spiritual laws. You've broken many commandments that you yourself say that people should live by. You disrespect my father's name. You disrespect Ra's name, and you put his sayings and teachings on money to disrespect him blatantly. And because of that, there's a price that you have to pay. And now because of it, you're gonna not be able to pay this price with money anymore. That's no longer an option. We don't want that anymore. We're not willing to negotiate with you anymore. And this is all on you. This is all something that you could have prevented. This is all something that my father had mercy on you to give it back. You've been shown signs and wonders and dreams in the skies, blatantly in your faces. And you've made different consecrations, and you've had many different spiritual realms open and portals open that should never have been opened. And because of this, you're going to pay for this. And many other people are going to pay for this. Some may believe that they're innocent, but a lot of them are already wicked in their ways of believing that monetary things of value are important, believing that homosexuality is important, trying to go out and fight against the abortion bans that should never have been put in place to begin with. The Roe versus Wade is something that I know you guys are trying to believe that that's you righting your wrongs and starting somewhere to begin with, when really in truthfulness, it's the beginning of you guys trying to take my people back to slavery. 17th century is never going to happen again. You're never going to be able to do that again. I won't allow it. I don't care how many people you guys decide to send to me and try to hurt me, whether it's in my dream state or the physical state on the 3D. It's not gonna happen. I have many warriors standing aside from me that is never gonna allow anything to happen to myself, my children, my car, my house, my home, nothing, okay? So anything you conjure up, anything you think is gonna try to hurt me or stop me, it will not stop me. Do you understand that? It won't stop me because I won't allow it to stop me. I will always persevere through any persecutions that you try to send my way. I'm done being nice. I'm done kissing ass. I'm done being a fucking people pleaser to your asses. I told your asses to leave me the fuck alone. Leave my people alone. And you have not taken heed of that. And because you haven't, many lives are going to be lost due to my ancestors and their teachings and Ra telling you and teaching you what you should do next lifetime if you get a fucking chance to have another lifetime, because the wicked is not going to prevail anymore on this earth. You all will be wiped away by many great wonders, by many great floods, tsunamis, earthquakes, fires. It's all happening. It's all going to happen. You've seen it. It is no global warming. That is not a such thing. And Trump told you all it wasn't a such thing. That's why he wasn't serious about it when you all were trying to get him to buy into it and make packages on trying to stop it. Stop what? You stop it. Stop going to the goddamn space and stealing gases that your asses don't have no connection to, have no right to it. And because you've done many things that you know you shouldn't have never have done, you're going to pay for this. There's no more negotiations to be done. There's nothing else to talk about. You're all witnessing and seeing it. Feast your eyes on the many great wonders of my Father, because he told you and he warned you constantly, and he is not one to keep talking. He's given you messengers. He's sent many people to you, and now myself have to come here and teach you guys and tell you, and I'm done giving messages about this specific thing. The only thing that we want back now is the crown that belongs to the Anunnaki. We want it back. We want Yahshua's artifacts back. King Tut doesn't even want his mummified body back anymore. You've done so much to it, it cannot even be fathomed to be put back together. And because his soul is so powerful and so superior, he'll be reformed again. He's here waging war on you. I would never physically touch or harm a soul. But these are sincerely the messages that my people have for you. A lot of you say you're of his people. You want to go out and try to be spiritual and have false prophets and have false prophetess and spiritualists be placed in high places and give them and bless them with different things and say that they're blessed by God when it is not so. I myself am a blessed and chosen person, and I'm even here now living in homelessness because the good of the heart has to go through many great things, because people like yourselves place many great magics on me and the chosen. and you come and attack us because you don't want to hear or want anyone else to hear the messages that are sincerely coming from God, the God that you say that you believe in. Not so. You could not believe in him. You don't even recognize him when he's in front of you. And so because you did not want to listen, I'm sorry to all of the innocent who will lose their life. But in a way, you're not innocent because you've fallen for the tricks that they pulled and you didn't want to believe in the God that served you as long as you had served him. You've used his name in vain. You turned yourselves away from love and filled more hate into the world than love. And because of that, the world has to cry and feel the cry and the hurt of the angels that are hurt from the many things that they've witnessed and seen, the many defamations that people have placed on themselves, the many people who have sold their souls at a price that can't even be bought back. There's no monetary value on the goodness of your soul. If you haven't gotten it together now, you'll never get it together. So some of you will never be back here. Some of you are going to go to the pits of hell, the deepest of the pits of hell. Especially you who were of the divine and chose to turn your cheek and ignore the signs. Who chose to do wrong even when you knew it was right. Even though you knew better to do right. Not it was right. You weren't right at all. I know a lot of you try to cut off my throat chakra and prevent me from talking. But you'll never stop me. No, you won't. Believe me when I say that. You'll never stop me from speaking up. I don't care how crazy anyone think for me to be. There's not a crazy bone in my soul. There's only truth. Truth that I will speak, and I will never be afraid to speak it. It's a shame that people like myself who should be resting in high places in a spiritual realm have to come back here to warn you all and to tell you all how to be better people when you've already been given the laws. But it's okay. I'll do whatever for my righteous children and for people who love me and love God. You don't have to love me if you don't want to. But Goddess Yamaya is a great reason why a lot of your existence is here. But you didn't take heed. You chose to keep questioning what is your purpose and what is the meaning of your existence, instead of looking within. So this is the message that I have for you all. That time's up. It is up. Now it is time for you all to see how great and wondrous and how Ra never left or deserted any of you all. You just chose to cut off yourselves and cut your heart chakra away from you all. You chose not to tap into yourselves. And because of that, it comes at a great, great price, a great cost. And a lot of you, I'm sorry to say, will not live to see another 30 years or 40 years from now or the next generation or world. You won't. But that is something that you were willing to pay for with your life. You did. You sold yourselves to the devil, and now he's here to collect. Azrael as well, here to collect. Hand you over to Ishu. Walk you down, step you down to where you wanted to be anyway. You didn't care if you went there because you didn't care. You're going. I said repent. Have you repented? If you're passing away, that probably is because you haven't repented. I said to love. If you're passing away, it's because you didn't choose to love. You laughed. You've been laughing at me. But it's okay. I'm happy with myself entirely. I love myself. Something you needed to do. Something that you needed to find within yourself to do. And because you haven't, there's no space for you here anymore on this planet. Your choices. You all got free will. So, you're ready to take up your beds. Say some good prayers, if you will, to whatever idol gods you worship, because you do not worship Ra. You do not worship Jah. You haven't been. So don't try to fool him into believing that you are now. Continue to stay on the path that you've chosen. I said pick a side. You stayed on that side of the gate. on that side of the fence. So, comes at a price. Your Creator wanted you to love him because as he's loved you, he's giving you life and the opportunity at abundance here on this earth. And many of you have gotten many great things out of this life, and still you couldn't pay it forward to people. You saw homeless people laying on the street in tents, and you drove and walked right past them, even though you could help. You couldn't even lend them a bottle of water or a piece of bread or food. For the elderly, you couldn't even help them with bags to their car or into their homes without hurting them. You couldn't keep your hands to yourself without beating on that person who did no wrong to you, without robbing that person who meant no harm to you or who never did anything to you, without murdering that person for a selfish reason that had nothing to really do with them and with their choices that they had really made in life. God never ordained any of you to take a life, but you've done that. Some of you, a lot of you have done that, and you never repented. You boasted about it, and that was never a good thing to do. That's where you went wrong. A lot of you, at points, died or were saved, brought back to life. You thought you were in a deep state of sleep, but you really had passed away. And you were risen up again, and you still didn't come back here and do right by it. You wasted your time. There's no more time to be wasted here. It's time to clean up this earth. And now we're doing that. So, I wish you the best of luck on your journeys to wherever you're going and wherever you find yourselves. And for those who've been persevering and being a good person and loving on others and spreading love into humanity and choosing to change and going on the other side of the fence or staying on the other side of the fence even when people have wronged you, defamed you, I'm very proud of you. I am. And I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for keeping the vibrations high here on earth. We appreciate you and we love you and we thank you for all of the things that you do. I am done with this message, but I hope that you all have a prosperous day. You can repent if you like, but some of you are so far gone off, you'll never do that. You're so prideful and boastful, you'll never do that. But it's okay. The time has come. Stand in your truth and stand in your beliefs firmly. Bless you all.